Hi guys, Bomber here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we start off a reveal season. We got a bunch of cards to look at, including the first revealed champion, TARIC. Before we start, a quick introduction to our rating system, timestamped in the description and pin a comment if you want to skip this. 0 means that the card will not see any competitive play. 1 means that the card is bad but can be experimented with. 2 means that the card is okay. Cards in this category are not so great on their own, but are actually needed in an archetype or strategy. 3 means that the card is solid, cards which are neither bad nor good, as well as situational meta-dependent cards fall in this category. 4 means that the card is good, cards in this category can fit in many decks and strategies for how good they are. 5 means that the card is a meta-defining card, cards in this category define an archetype which dominates the meta and or can be included in many existing strategies. And now let's jump into the ratings. TARIC is a 4 out of 5. It can be built in many strategies. With Noxus, with Raven, Might and Kato, the axis from Raven can level him up pretty quickly. Might is the spell that you want TARIC to copy, and Kato is the support with which you want to also level up TARIC. This will lead to a very fast and board-centric deck, although we should see if it is better than other Noxus midrange variations. Or it can be built with Freljord, with Braum and Battle Fury. Braum being the target for all the buffs, and Battle Fury being the spell you want TARIC to copy. This again falls into a midrange style, but it may be too slow for that. Or it can be built with a Lee Sin package, so spell like Sonic Wave, which then create another spell that can target again. It's to easily level up Tarim. This will be more of a control deck, with very powerful bombs in the late game. It can also be built with the Fitz combo, involving its champion spell, Playful Trickster, and another unit. You play Playful Trickster on TARIC while he is attacking, and you get the rally. Now TARIC will always cast Playful Trickster on his supported unit, giving you infinite rallies. If TARIC is leveled up, he is also immune and will eventually trade all the board and then kill the Nexus, making this combo deadly starting from turn 5. We will have to see how much it is reliable, but it could possibly break the game. And finally, it can be built with Demacia, Garen being the target for all the buffs and also a way to provide more rallies and therefore more attacks from your supports. Even if TARIC, as you can see, has a lot of synergies and probably will be an active part in the meta, it still seems not that powerful and consistent to be a meta-defining card and therefore a 5 out of 5. Tiori the Traveler is a 2 out of 5. Solid option for support-based decks. We will see if there are better options. If so, this will probably not be even played in that archetype specific to this card. Mountain Sojourners is a 3 out of 5. This is a synergy-heavy card. In the right conditions, this card can generate quite a lot of value, but she's only providing stats, which are mostly viable in a mid-range deck, and for that you need consistency. So if we see a lot of support cards, which are very good, then this goes up in consistency, and may be an active part of the meta. If not, it will only be seen in support-heavy strategies, like being run with TARIC to level him up quite easily, as I assume that each additional trigger from these counts for TARIC, basically doubling your support counting. Arbiter of the Peak is a 2 out of 5. This is very much like an Enraged Yeti. If you start off with this card in hand, it is simply a dead card. While even if you cheat it out on turn 4, you already have to do 6 supports or targeting, which seems pretty impossible, with only 6 mana in the first 3 turns. If you can cheat him out starting from turn 5, a 5 mana 6/6 with Overwhelm, although it is nice, it is not a game changer. Therefore, this will probably be included in a support self-targeting deck as another nice tool, but nothing more about this. Bastion is a 3 out of 5 card. This is a very interesting card, which opens up a ton of new tricks and situations, like the spell sheet keyword in general. Unfortunately, this card is strictly reliant on the meta, as you don't run reactive cards without a reason to counter something. For example, if you see a lot of big units, then Will of Ionia will return into the meta. Big spells? Deny. Big single target removal and low amount of pings? Bastion. But definitely it will always be a viable option and solution to certain metas for sure. Gift Giver is a 2 out of 5. We will probably see more synergies with Crystal other than TARIC. In that kind of deck, this will be a solid piece. There could probably be some experimentation with Raven and Arena Bookie, but I doubt it will be better than the current version of these card strategies. Mountain Goat is at 0 out of 5. Too unreliable, it dies too easily to so many things, and the payoff is not even worth it. Even if it was at 3-2, it will probably not make the cut, and this tells a lot. Mentor of the Stones is a 3 out of 5. This card is okay, but very fragile. Most of the times it will proc one time, basically making it a 3 mana 3-3. The 3 crystals, although are a nice tool, they are kind of underpowered on themselves, and therefore are not that much of a benefit if not in a dedicated strategy. The fragility of the card makes it situational based on the meta, as if ping effects like Wild Feast, etc. are very popular, this card becomes bad in a deck which can take advantage of the crystal synergy. There is also a possibility for this to be run in elusive decks. Blessing of Targon is a 1 out of 5. For 1 more mana, you are getting a War Spirit of the North. It is true that the stats are permanent, but to be realistic, you will use this to complete a trade, therefore wasting the permanent benefit. Or even if it survives, only the attack will be permanent, if not for healing support card, which will probably be a thing. But for now, there are much better options to do what this card is doing. Shard of the Mountain is at 0 out of 5. This effect is very unique, but for now you are paying 4 mana to get a bunch of powered spells which still cost you mana. In the future, if there is a hand-sized team or something similar, this card will have a revaluation, but for now this is not competitive by any means. We will be seeing pretty soon for other card reveals, but for now, that's it for this video. Hope you liked it and find it useful, and as always, see ya!